Hey everybody, it's Darcy, the bad artist from London, Ontario. Hope you're having a great day. Well, it's Paint a Fish Friday, and today's fish is the striped bass. It's got a couple different names, but that's the most common one, so that's the one I will refer to. And it's funny because I'm not sure why I picked this fish. But in doing the research on it, that's usually kind of the fun part for me. And really, I'm not that big of a fish fan. I'm still not sure why I do all these paintings of fish. But so you got to picture this out of God knows how many different species of fish. This fish, the striped fish, is the national fish for 8 different states. You'd think they could all pick something different rather than monopolize the one fish. But anyway, interesting fact. For all you Jeopardy game contestants out there, can live up to 30 years. And biggest one on record was like 143 pounds, but that's pretty unusual. I had some fun painting this fish. A lot of, it's not different from a lot of other ones. It's mostly the color variation. I did a switch up. If you saw my grouper video where I painted a red grouper, it was a large fish, couldn't get into a lot of detail. This is kind of the opposite. This is a smaller fish, has plenty of detail, a lot of little scales, even though they're grays and whites. I was able to apply that to the painting, so that was kind of fun to get back into that. We're going to also do something a little bit different, and it's called negative painting. So I have a special guest coming in to talk about that, and well, it's not that special because it's me. So I'm just going to cut into the video, and we're going to talk about negative painting because this applies to all paintings, not just this one. Hey! So I'm interrupting this scheduled programming. I'll try that again. Hey! So I'm interrupting this scheduled programming to talk about something we're going to do different here in the next little bit while I'm putting on the scales. It's called negative painting. The thing about negative painting is what you do is rather than painting the actual shape, you paint around it to create the shape on the white paper. I'm going to have a little example of a negative versus, I call it positive painting. I don't know if that's the official term, but you'll see the difference. You've probably noticed this a lot in your life, just different ways of illustrations and graphic design. But we're going to do a little bit of negative painting to help me create the scales on this fish. So here we go. So this part here is showing how negative and positive painting is working. The positive is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of putting down the shapes in the shape that you want to give the impression of what it is. Negative, on the other hand, is painting around the shapes and with color to create a lighter image. And there's the two. So those are the two types of scales I'm going to be doing. You notice here we're going along starting. This fish is really kind of neat because it's got these straight lines of black. The one in the center of the fish, which most fish actually have. A lot of times you can't see them, but this is very pronounced. Is really tiny and thin, and then as you go up and down the back or the sides of the fish, they get a little bit more wobbly and a little bit thicker. So there's some different ways of doing the scales here. You can see in there now I'm starting to do a lot of that negative scale painting, which is really kind of neat. You've got to be pretty patient with it though. I actually had to draw out the grids on the fish first and eventually fill it in to create the shapes as they were. But this is sort of towards the end of the fish now. You know what the biggest thing I didn't like about this fish, because I always like to give myself constructive criticism. I like the way it looked out, but talk about lack of color. It's just this very white with a little bit of greens and grays. But that's the nature of the fish. There it is there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're having a great day. And we are currently at the filming of this video, 49 subscribers. We're desperate to get to 50. Here's my plea, my new plea I've attached to my videos. It even says we're desperate. How's that? Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks very much.